Hello guys, I am Van. I'm back in another. Didn't expect it to even do much. It was just kind of an inside joke that I did with Martin. But since people liked it, it garnered a lot of attention. I'm making another one. This one will be called INTP Chat Attention to Detail Tier. I might even add. It's gonna be really good because I might even add few impressions. Meaning, I'm gonna spoof members of INTP Chat and copy what they do, just kind of doing a little impression on them. Yeah. The tier list is S A B C D. It's not gonna be as complicated as the previous one, where it's like it sounded like what's this? It had positive, maybe, and all those complicated things. It's gonna be S A B C D. There are 35 people on the list. If you notice, it kind of upgraded. Some people were added. If you're still not on the list, it's probably because the guy who made the list, Martin. I'm not. This where's the name? Martin here. He's the one who made it. Like, maybe. Yeah, let's do it. Silo. So the thing with Silo, if you think about attention to detail and you think about Silo, you probably wouldn't want to connect those two words, Silo and attention to detail. I think the phrase attention to detail doesn't really work for Silo. Putting him in S is a massive mistake. Never. I don't think anyone would bother putting him in S. Maybe Silo himself would put him in S, but not me. At most, he's probably B. That's the most charitable I can get. Where do I put Silo? It's either B or C. Yeah, I cannot put him at D because he's not like I can actually have conversations with him, and he would actually pay attention to details sometimes, but not enough to put him in A. Unfortunately, it's either B or C. Guess B. Yeah, B's good enough for B here, and the reason it's gotta be pretty crucial because B is actually my default go-to. If I don't know the person very well, they'll probably put it B. And in the case for Silo, I actually know him quite well, and that's why I'm putting him at B. Well, that means he's not just there as a default option. I actually know him well enough to confidently put him at B. He's not A tier because when I have conversations with him, he would sometimes not pay attention to the very crucial details that I'm pertaining to in a conversation, and this would kind of silently make me irritated. I suppose that's the best way to put it. However, he is very capable. That's why B is actually, I'd say, the decent tier. C or D are like the horrible tiers, but B or above, pretty good. I actually expect a lot of. Oh, that's a voice crack. I actually expect INTPs to be at least B. Anyone you see that is lower than B likely is a fake INTP, or maybe is a mistype. I mean, those are the same thing, though. Yeah, bother putting him above B because this guy you might actually have an argument, a pointless argument with the guy because he will just rage at you and not listen to details and just be emotional throughout the whole thing. That was a lot of effort from one person. Let's proceed. Martin, the guy who made his list, probably I'll put him at A. I could put him at S. No, I'm not. That's stupid. I'm not gonna do that. Probably A or B. The problem with Martin, I'm not actually sure if it's fair to put him at B because like English, he's not confident in English compared to his Spanish. I think that's what he tells me anyway. So it's kind of hard to gauge whether he's B or A because of that. But like when I talk to Martin, it's pretty easy to point out that he's wrong, and he's not really the kind to stubbornly say no, I'm not wrong. You're stupid. He would actually he's quite agreeable in that sense. Like when someone's agreeable, it often connects to having attention to detail for me. Not all the time, obviously, but when I talk to someone, I suppose B or A. It's really, but because Martin is still young and developing, I'll err on the side of caution and put him at B. Maybe if he grows, we could probably go at A. but I just don't have enough like extremely detailed conversations, like very technical conversations to put him in A, I suppose. It kind of sucks, but he definitely has the potential, so that's good. Maybe it could be updated in the future. This list: Wicco, D, C, D, C. What's the distinction between D and C? I wonder. Uh, I suppose D is abysmal. C. I'll put Wicco temporarily for C. I suppose that will be fair. Um, whenever I talk, it's fine. It's not fine actually because it's like you're talking to a brick wall. There's no progress. If you're trying to, even if it's not a very serious conversation, Wicco is just gonna troll you. And the worst part is Wicco doesn't even intend to troll you. They just give off that vibe that they want to troll you, but they don't necessarily intend to troll you. That's kind of the horrible aspect to it. Regular banned Wicco, unfortunately, in INTP chat because it is still has a lot of growing up to do. I think the ban is pretty reasonable, based on regular standards and goals. But back to the topic. Atten- Attention to detail. Whenever I ask people QOTDs about riddles in INTP chat, what's the best riddle to test people's attention to detail? I would give him out, and usually Wicco. Back there was a time when Wicco and Martin would actually respond, and they would respond horribly because their responses are very basic and vanilla. Like it doesn't actually show any form of creativity with regard to responding. So it's either D or C. I'm going to put Wicco at D because I cannot have a conversation with Wicco about much really. August. C. D. C. Okay, you know what? I'll put Amogus at C for now. And not D. When you talk to Amogus, he just doesn't listen to you. He just cares about what he feels. So yeah, he's a massive feeler. I don't know if he said he got INTP on INTP chat. Second or so. I don't know. Like, freaking, he doesn't deserve to be INTP at all. Guy is a massive feeler. When he plays code, he just gets a random tile that he feels like works for him. So Amogus cannot be put here. Sorry, cannot be put above C or even on C. Um, yeah, you can't have a conversation with the guy. Potentially C. I'm still struggling right now. I'm still struggling with what's the difference between C or D. So that's kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. I'll figure it out eventually on the list. Remember what Random said about Amogus on her goodbye message to INTP chat? Well, it's something like Amogus will just kind of the average 16-year-old who just discovered Discord for the first time during their teenage years. Uh, yeah, I don't. I think that's pretty much Amogus. Like he doesn't. He just trolls 24/7. The real. Unfortunately, everything is a mask, so he never shows his genuine self. Which I don't mind if that's the kind of life he wants to live on Discord, but in my case, it feels bad, dude. Like no one's. I guess he enough, so whatever. Moving on, dopamine has to be S. I mean, when I first joined INTP chat, there were a few people that were responding for like my hypotheticals, only a few because I wasn't as known yet. And one of them was dopamine, and I noticed based on the way she responds to the question, she would actually put a lot of effort into answering the questions. And I noticed that there's a healthy dose of NE in her answers. She's not going to tunnel vision easily on whatever response she might give in. Just very, very INTP responses, really. Um, yeah, it's like intuitively, it feels when I talk to dopamine, clicks very well, and I don't have to deal with BS conversations where the person might misunderstand what I'm saying. With dopamine, it's quite, what's the word? the wavelength. We're under the same wavelength, I suppose, and it's pretty good. Yeah, a smooth conversation, and even the most technical conversations she can actually handle. I think that makes sense based on what I know about her as well. Like she has a pretty good background for, I suppose, like academics, and even the stuff she's doing in college. It takes a lot of. It requires a lot of effort for details, so it makes sense. I think S is pretty fair, and I'm not gonna put a lot of S people here, by the way. So definitely, she needs to pat herself on the back for this rating. Anyway, Allison. Kind of sucks that Allison is early on the list. It's Alvin. B. Yeah, B. B's fair. If you talk to Alvin, he argues a lot. He gives off. He seems like that kind of person at Discord who's gonna gatekeep the server, keep out all the normies, even if he doesn't intend to. He's kind of like a machine. You know those machines in airports that people go through, so you can see if they have weapons or like stuff inside you. He's kind of that guy in INTP chat, and then he keeps out all the Muslims in INTP chat because he doesn't like Muslims. And anyway, attention to detail. I think his attention to detail is only B. I appreciate that he knows a lot of useful terms in debates like Dunning-Kruger effect. It's not a debate term, but the way he connects ideas is sometimes satisfying. And yeah, it's pretty insightful if you ask me. I actually learn a lot when I talk to the guy, so that's definitely a plus for me. But in terms of attention to detail, he's gonna be B at best, I suppose. He cannot be put at A. I just noticed I just skipped Allison. I haven't even talked about her, but oh my god. Okay, Alvin is that kind of furry in your server that you don't want to keep if you don't like furries. And obviously 99% of people don't like furries, so if Alvin is just, you might want to ban him in your server. Fortunately, I like talking to furries, so he's fine in my server. He's actually mod in my server. Attention to detail, he just argues. Sometimes I'd say he would probably rate himself as S. He's actually one of those people, but based on the conversations that I see where he just starts roasting a Muslim and doesn't pay attention to his words and how he might come across to the other person, B kind of is the most fair that I can give. Allison is either S or A. I was actually thinking about this. It's kind of a dilemma for me. I have no idea whether S or A for Allison. The reason some people would probably find it controversial because obviously it's an S because Allison's a robot INTP, a robot INTP, but uh, I don't know. When I have conversations with Allison, there are like those minor events where she would say something that pisses me off. Well, I'm exaggerating. More like something that slightly irritates me because um, it's kind of like she does this thing in the server where she jokes a lot by roasting people. No, that's not it. She roasts people by describing what they're doing. Let's say I said anime people. Anime people are always horny, and then she's gonna be like describing what the person is doing. You say, "Oh, just because you're," she's gonna be like, "Oh, guys, I like anime, therefore I am horny." Kind of repeating what someone is arguing and pointing out that I don't know if there's a term for that, but like she can be quite condescending, accidentally condescending, and this is kind of makes her not S material if you ask me, because if you're not, obviously if you come across as condescending even accidentally, then clearly it might indicate that you have slight issues with attention to detail, with the way you're forming your words and even your tone of voice. Well, she doesn't speak a lot, but the way you structure your paragraphs, I suppose, on Discord. So that's kind of unfortunate, but I'm gonna have to put her an A for this one. It's really based on my experiences. I know a lot of you who are probably gonna be Allison Sims over there and say, "No, no, you're disgusting, man. Why would you put her at A?" I know, but just based on my experiences, she's so robotic to the point where she would actually have a problem with the I don't know, robots are structured to like dictionary definitions. Well, we'll talk about the social definition. That's something where Allison could actually, but only on very minor once a month kind of thing. And I think that's enough for me to put her in A, unfortunately. So yeah, let's proceed. Oh, roasting Allison. Okay, if you want to be Allison, all you have to do is talk about band practice, going to college, drinking for the first time, pretending to care about your mates, about your classmates, even though you know they're all normies and you don't actually like them. I'm just kidding about that. I think Allison actually cares about those people, I guess, but like the impression that I give is she's this robot trying to learn the language of people in college with variant success depending on how lucky she is. I don't know, dude. That's kind of the life of Allison. So yeah, let's proceed, guys. Bustinia's D. Trying to have a conversation with Bustinius. He's not gonna pay attention to whatever he's saying. He just, I mean, he does, but like, you're gonna say the color red. You're gonna, oh yeah, someone said A for Allison for sure. If you say the color red to Bastidius, he's gonna say blue in response. Like he's gonna register it as blue in his head because he just doesn't care about what you're actually saying. I think with Bastidius, the problem is he uses a lot of NI. Weirdly enough, even though he claims to be INTP, ENTP, when you talk to him, he's gonna interpret your words in a way that fits the narrative inside his head. If he thinks you're a degenerate like band who doesn't have religion, or then he's gonna start thinking of atheist narratives in his head of, oh, this band person is an atheist, so whatever he says, whatever I say, he won't take it objectively. Instead, he'll interpret it in a way that fits his narrative of his mental image of what kind of person I am. I don't know if it's what's the word for this. There's a lot of cognitive biases, fallacious reasoning with this guy. I could name a lot of issues. I suppose I could put Amogus in Wicked C then, because now I can rationalize that people that are in D are notorious for having low attention to detail, while C and D, well, C people are more like it's more low key. So now I'm rationalizing my list by saying that people that are on C are the low key, low attention to detail, and D are like this. Everyone knows about this. This person is very loud about their stupidity, and that they don't that they're just announcing to the world that they're a brick wall that willing to waste your time. Oh god. How to roast Bastinius? Well, if you want to be like Bastinius, all you have to do is talk about religion in INTP chat. I mean, that's pretty obvious. You just kind of discuss. He doesn't talk. He definitely. You just have to talk about Western morality, I suppose, and how a lot of people in the world became Christians because Christianity works. You know, it's a more it has it's based on a moral framework, morality that actually helps people out, like altruism. You know, the foundations of altruism, like not like paternalism even to an extent, just dogmatic. He's very dogmatic with his beliefs, and he just rejects you if he if you don't fit a certain group that he's open to talking to. Yeah, he's very strict, you could say. Like he doesn't make exceptions for people. If you're an atheist, well, it depends actually. If you're very vocal about you being an atheist, he's probably gonna get mad at you. But if you're more like, okay, I'm an atheist, I'm agnostic, I don't talk about it that much, he might actually get along with you the way he gets along with Allison and other people in INTP chat. But if you always talk about how, oh, I'm religious, or no, I'm not religious. Oh, I'm a Muslim, I'm not Christian. Then that's when you might have issues with him. And usually when you debate with him, he just struggles to even keep up with the details. So yeah, let's proceed. I'm not gonna put regular alt because I don't. There's no point really. There's no point putting the second regular. I'm doing this one. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Aminata. Aminata, I don't really know much about her because she became really inactive, and obviously Martin, for some reason, decided to put her still on the list. I don't know much about her because she became inactive. I remember when I started using INTP chat, going to INTP chat, she would talk and kind of entertain some of my hypotheticals, although she never responded very I what's the word, enthusiastically. Like they would just be like, okay, that's a nice question, and then so yeah, there wasn't much of an interaction. I'll just put her a B. You know, if I don't have much interaction with you, just be auto B right there. Uh, huh. Can't really roast her either. She used to have an INTP. No, she used to have an L photo, so I guess that's worth roasting it for. But every L, everyone who uses an L photo in INTP chat anywhere in Discord needs to be eradicated because that's just how it works. If your first idea of a Discord profile picture is an L photo, then there's really something fundamentally wrong with your conception of the world, and you're probably either 12 or crazy. So yeah, I mean, seriously, guys, if you want to impress people in Discord, do not use an L photo. Use something else because people are just gonna think you're an edgy e-boy that discovered the internet for the first time. All right, let's move on. Oh no! Why is this your photo, Raf? Aspie. Um. Um. I'm tempted to put A, and I need to make it clear that A is already a good accomplishment, and I need to justify why Aspie is not on the level of dopamine. I suppose that what I'm looking for with an S person is um smoothness in conversation, and it's kind of weird. Like the general impression when I think of attention to detail, I keep thinking that like the conversations need to be smooth, but that is not even necessarily the case for some people. They could be quite detailed, detail oriented, but without sounding smooth in the way they speak. But I suppose the best way to put it is the reason he's only at the level of Allison is, dude, it's a lot of. I don't know if I would, because is okay. Context is person with a creepy picture here. He's actually someone in my server that I've talked to for quite a while. So there are kind of a lot of things that I could say. So I'm struggling to think of one summary. I can't think of a summary that explains everything. That's kind of the problem. Like if there are so many details, how to even summarize your impression of the person? It's impossible for me. It's like a sea of details that I have to dig through. It's not even funny. Um, I guess I really don't know what to say. Well, I used to have issues with with Aspie before, like years ago or months ago, where he would like either there would be like what's the word? We used to call it LFE moments, like miscommunication issues, and miscommunication would happen very minor, just like it's kind of similar to the Allison thing, where the person doesn't intend to be an asshole or to misunderstand something, and it happens, and it kind of like it's hard to forget it. As though it just sticks. It makes it impossible for me to put either Allison or Raf or Aspie in S. I guess it sticks and it just traumatizes me. So he's like, no, I cannot put them in S. I hate them so much now. I dislike them. I think they should die. So that's kind of attitude of like NPD with I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, I think that was a good explanation, if you ask me. Um if I'm gonna roast Aspie, well, first of all, his profile picture, he put like a murderous profile picture on his Discord photo to be edgy. He stands out on this list because no one else did that. I mean, unless you want to argue that like Zimbabwe is a murderer, but or this person in Chico's photo is a murderer, but like this guy actually put a real murderer on his profile picture just to be edgy. So that's how sad of a pathetic human being he is that he actually wants to be that edgy. Actually, obviously, that's something I would do as well. I actually don't know how to roast him, so I'm just gonna go with the really shallow details. um, yeah. Uh, Well. One thing to roast him with is no one knows him in INTP chat because he's not active because he's a loser. I'm being so fake right now. Like these are obviously like horrible roasts, but yeah, let's move on. I don't care. Okay. Oh, I roast him. He's ENTP. ENTPs are not as good as INTPs in details. I'm roasting ENTPs, even though people call me ENTP. Uh, okay, Avon, uh, 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 A S. Okay, A, because when I talk to Avon, okay, I actually have a way to compare Aspie and Avon. They're both neurotic, and I feel like the neuroticism could affect the way they interpret. I suppose they interpret like details. Even in okay, and I'm arguing this based on the fact that like, I think even the most minor details, it already bothers me. It keeps them from getting S. Really, if I put these all S, it would really ridiculous. Like the standard for S is gonna be too muddled if I may put all of them. So, something they have in common, Avon and Aspie, is they're both neurotic and neurotic ENTPs. And something I noticed with neurotic ENTPs is well, yeah, they might overthink a detail or something like that because neuroticism. Can't blame them. It's just how it is. I don't know. I feel like I'm oversimplifying, but that's really the general summary that I could give. Um, just cherry picking on the details, really. What's this? Tunnel vision moment. This is for fun. Why am I taking this seriously? Myself? Well, I don't need to explain that. NPD. I mean, if I put myself a D, I could do that as a joke, but like, NPD joke is way better. So there you go. I'm not gonna roast myself either because I cannot be roasted. I'm just perfect. Avon, if I were to roast Avon, he's that person in ITP chat who keeps like saying weird stuff like slurping noises. He keeps saying slurping noises. Um, I don't know why he's obsessed with saying slurping noises in INTP chat. Like if you go to chat and search slurping noises in text search, you'll probably find his name. Um, he his humor is like it's weird. His humor is predictable and unpredictable at the same time. I don't know how to describe it. He's just a weird person, and obviously it's INTP chat, so that doesn't say much. But he's a very special weird, and I like that. And it also makes him easy to roast. I didn't. That doesn't sound like a lot of substance, but like I'm kind of rushing right now. How long have I been recording? Actually, let me see. See how long I've been recording. 37 minutes? You're actually joking, dude. I'm not even halfway through. Okay, I'm rushing. Uh, bottom text A. Bottom text. How the frick do I say this? I had a conversation with bottom text before, and it's like February or March or something. And why would I not put her at S? Well, there's no special interaction I had with her where I'd be like impressed by her. Oh wow, she pays so much attention to detail. Like this person needs to be put at S right away. Well, I never. It's kind of like if there's no interaction I had with this person that immensely amazed me, then I probably have no reason to put them at S. So A is probably the safer bet. She talks about politics in ITP chat, and she actually seems to know what she's talking about. You know, she doesn't back down in an argument. Uh, yeah, you can't really fool around and like troll her. If you try to troll her, then she's probably gonna catch up onto what you're doing and punish you for it, I guess. So it's kind of like stick stuck in her ass when you're talking to her. Like you can't really beat around in a bush like when you talk to bottom text. I don't really talk to her that much, but just based on like the political debates or discussions that she would have with people, I get the impression that like she really takes the details seriously, and she's not just gonna like throw in random facts that she made up, she pulled out of her ass. So yeah, that's good. Like if you know how to get your, I noticed all four of these, well, mostly Aspie, Avon, and bottom text is they. I've seen them at least once, like citing their sources about something, and we're not talking about Sejad level horrible sources, like just cherry picking sources. These are actually sources that you could say explain what they're saying quite well, and it's well substantiated, and the information is not some random BuzzFeed article. It's actually like based on what's the word? Science directories. I don't know their name. I forgot. Journals. Yeah. So that's something I noticed with Ace. I think Allison is almost an S, but like again, I'm traumatized with the way. Well, there's actually a time I called Allison. Uh, what did I tell Allison? She's always past. No, that she's recently been aggressive or something like that. And it's quite funny how like people were like, "No, she's not aggressive. What are you talking about, man?" Well, it's like, "Oh no, but like I'm not saying she's intentionally aggressive. I used to say like for whatever reason she seems like she's aggressive intentionally, unintentionally recently, and I do each other. And it's, yeah, might actually make a video on that because it's a bigger topic on its own. But proceeding, Kalipu, Kalipu's like dead, dude. Like no one even probably like she just doesn't speak anymore. she I noticed in a conversation with her back then that she could handle like a conversation about philosophy and like God. I had that I VC'd with her before, and I get the impression she could be at B but not A. Yep, I think that's fair. B works for me. I don't know if it works for you. Um, well, if I want to roast her, I'll just say she's dead. She never speaks MVC anymore or chats. Probably busy having a life. And bottom text, same thing. She's inactive. I don't know if Martin put these people onto. What the? Someone's spamming. Okay, okay. Sorry. What was this thing? Oh yeah. So bottom text is also dead. Yeah, these two are dead. So I'm not even gonna honor them with a roast because they're just dead. Like they're not speaking. They just don't care enough about us. I guess they don't love us. Chico. Uh, I might actually need to update the tiers. I could. Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna put these two here. Nah, 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 nah. C maybe? Okay, my reasoning for putting. Okay, let me think. B or C? B or C? Uh, I guess C is better, and the reason is no, it's not. Okay, I will actually use guides because I'm confusing myself. Amazing. Almost perfect. Low key trash. High key trash. Oh my god. I guess Chico's average because I talk to Chico, we could talk about like something abstract like nihilism or I don't know, like morality, and there would be a decent discussion about about what you could actually like have a nice conversation with them. I was tempted to put him at C because there are times when I talk to Chico and his INTJ side shows itself, and I have to deal with the aggressive tendencies. I guess I'm too lazy to whip out like proof or evidence of this, but when I talk to INTJs, there's always this like aggression that you can notice within them. Like they always, I'm not sure if it's intentional or not, but there's this aggression that you can experience with them. It is quite. I remember regular not liking this about Chico. I think regular just being regular and hating everything. Um, but I think because I have a lot of decent, I also have healthy conversations with Chico. So I'll probably put him at B. Yeah, that's pretty fair. He uses I don't know what sport this is. I'm gonna roast him by saying that he put like a random sports person in his photo. And I think that's pretty roastable. Who does that? Um, you're not a censor. Like, why would you do that? I think that's only something for censors. Um, anyway, ephemera. S or A, S or A. Probably A. The reason is when she had this conversation with this vegan in INTP chat, and then she actually got mad. Well, obviously you could argue, well, she got mad, but that's not low attention to. That doesn't mean low attention to details. Maybe you could cite something similar to that. This time I was trolling everyone by putting up facts. I was claiming that I forgot what I was claiming in old INTP chat. I was saying that poverty has been actually forgot some poverty has been on the rise in the world or something like that, and then like I have stats to prove it, and then I just posted like fake photos of like I was trolling ephemera by like sending fake information, and she actually believed it. She thought I was being serious or something. I guess that's means it's almost perfect, but like it's weird. I could also easily put her at S. I hate it when this happens. I suppose the best argument why she's not an S is I remember when I was roasting Allison and she was actually quite defensive for Allison, and I don't know. She has NI, by the way. Ephemera said that in the Sakinova test she got NI. She has more NE than NI, but her NI is still pretty strong. And you know what I say about NI users is they tunnel vision, and she admits it. She could tunnel vision, maybe sometimes. So if you have a little bit of NI in your system, I'm not. It keeps me from putting you at S. You're not allowed to be an S person if you have NI anywhere in your personality. Maybe a little bit is tolerable, but seriously, her level's too much. All right, let's move on. Who the frick am I talking about next? GVM? I guess average because almost perfect is not fair. Sometimes say like a freaking joke in 9TP chat, and then GVM thinks I'm being an idiot because like I guess I just sound like an idiot for him sometimes. So not a fan of that. Could make me put him at low key trash, but like since I definitely appreciate it when GVM understands something that I say that's very abstract. What if you're at least B on this list? I probably had like at least one decent interaction with you where I feel very understood, and really appreciate when people understand what I'm talking about and they're not just being assholes. Although the problem I can't put them in A obviously because like I also have negative experiences. Like this one's an INTJ Chico. This one's like ENFJ or something like that. The J people are almost like born to be at B. Like I can't put them at A or S. They're just not. They're always like big picture people, but and details they it's not their priority. I suppose they can't really help it, but just focus on the bigger picture. They don't have enough TI, I suppose, for the details. Unfortunately, I don't know if TI's a TI combo is something reserved for INTPs and ENTPs. So yeah, if you're J, you're most likely gonna be B at most. That's something you should take note. um, Move on. I feel like rushing this video now. I've spent so much time with everyone, dude. Jesus Christ. Heck, average. Don't have enough conversations like to put her at A, but I can definitely see potential as well. You know what? Yeah, like the young people are always like, probably like they're probably shaking and complaining because like, why, dude? They probably know themselves better, obviously. So they could probably see why they should be put at A or S. But again, young people, you need to err on the side of you can't really put them at high because they're still developing. I don't usually see someone who's like 16, 15, and then like boom S. Like a lot of them are still learning and optimize their speech and I suppose like speaking with maximum confidence, it's still not for them. Others would feel when you're doing a speech or something. I don't know, like public speaking and all that. Like, yeah, B's. Uh, if you notice, like these five people in Almost Perfect, they're all like pretty vocal in INTP chat. At least back for bottom text, only back then she was pretty active, and all of these people they debate about random stuff that nobody cares about, like freaking. I'm just joking, man. What I'm saying, okay, these five people, they always speak about random things that nobody cares about. Applies to me too. Like I speak about things that nobody cares about. And that's kind of almost a requirement for being A. Is like you have to be vocal about your opinions in INTP chat, or you have to debate, discuss something in depth with someone before I can confidently put you at A. You have to have like a really detailed discussion, and that's how I can rate you as A. If you notice, like yeah, all these A people are like that. There was at least one point in their time in INTP chat where they were talking to people discussing highly abstract, very detailed topic. Let's move on. Who's next? Random. A. So with random, I think A is the least, the lowest I could put her. Uh, the reason I would put her as S is I remember telling her this. Like she can be forgetful about certain things. Like there would be times I would expect her to remember something, but she doesn't. And it's quite funny, quite comical at times. Like so I can notice a bit of thing that I associate with random. Something that happened just recently, like a month ago. She would not remember what that happened ever. Uh, and I don't know. I just feel like connecting that to attention to detail. Like if you don't have a firm recollection of what happened, like just a few weeks ago, then what the hell? Like you. Well, the thing is, like you could. I guess short-term memory, long-term memory, both are related to. When people don't remember things that they should remember, like a normal person would remember, when they're less effective or less efficient with their with remembering things, and yeah, I suppose it blocks them from getting S. Unfortunately, I need to compliment Random though. Like when you talk to her, she really knows what she's talking about for the most part. Like her opinions are just like everything she says. She probably did research on it. She wouldn't just say something out of nowhere. It's just everyone in A in general, like they all do their research, and that's something good about all six of them so far. You need to do your research. Jesus Christ, dude, if you want to be an A, do your research. Do your goddamn. Random gets angry. There was actually a time she argued with Silo a few months ago, and it went quite bad. Yes, I'm saying too many things here. I think that's pretty clear what I was trying to say. Well, let's move on. Judah. Okay, this one's gonna be really controversial for people. I'm gonna have to put Judah at C, and this is probably like, what the hell is going on here? Okay. Someone said random is S because loophole. I mean, yes, you're right. Random is S, so can be S because like you know those riddles that I would make in INTP chat. She would pay attention to the details for sure, and she would notice something that other people wouldn't, like nuances in language, nuances in lexical, like grammatical interpretations and all that. I think that's pretty special, actually. I hate that I. Why am I even putting her at A? Like A and S are both recent. It's so annoying. Oh, dude, someone argued about random doing well. Yeah, doing well at dude, riddles. Yeah, you need to be you have to pay attention to details when you're answering a riddle. But I'm still gonna I think I'm actually confident A is the better one. She has a bit of NI as well. When I talk to random, like there's always the NI tunnel vision that I detect with people like her. The intensity. that that S people don't have. I guess. So I think A is still the best. I don't think S is good for random. All right, let's move on. Judah, C, and I think the reason is Judah 24/7. Judah's 24/7 tunnel visioning when I talk to him. What if? Wait, what if the reason I made this list is so I can like set up my personal vendetta against Judah? Maybe that's the reason I made this list. No. C. Well, he's not as bad as Bustinius, but C is pretty bad still. He's only low key trash because when you talk to Judah, it's like uh I think most people when they talk to Judah they don't have issues, but like when it comes to me, I a lot of the topics that I talk about are like very abstract hypotheticals that require a lot of thinking. And when it comes to Judah, when I talk to Judah, like there's always like he always sounds like there's like a wooden stick up his ass. Like, I don't know why, but when I talk to Judah, like uh yes, I don't know. Like I guess I'm using this as an opportunity. Someone said you're like the only peer that yes, I'm actually like the only person who doesn't like Judah. It's weird. That's why it's really interesting. That's why I said low key trash. See, um, there's always a weird vibe that I get when I talk. It's like I'm talking about cupcakes, and then Judah's gonna be like roasting me for talking about cupcakes or something. I don't know. Oh yes, I put Allison as A as well. Also, guys, if you're wondering why I'm suddenly like backtracking or like randomly talk about something else, people are typing in Discord chat and responding to what they're saying. Um, but yes, that's the world. I cannot put Judah's high key trash because he's not. Well, he's not high key trash. He's and I'm gonna guess he if he made his own tier list, he would probably also put me at C. Yes, I think that's a pretty fair rating. NI tunnel vision. Um, okay, let's move on. Canna, I don't know. Canna's been inactive, dude. B. Uh, Canna's like I don't remember the last thing Canna talked about. I think Canna's pretty chill, so I'll give her that. Not really much I could say. Person's inactive. Rip. Anime picture, so that's quite roastable. Yeah, whatever. Log probably B. Don't know much about him either. Not very active. Just randomly shows up. What's her name? Marian. Marian's either A or B. She's like in the middle of A or B. Doesn't talk enough, so I'll put her at B for now. Yeah, you need to be active in INTP chat, like just spouting out BS for everyone to hear. Like you notice all of these 7 people at the top, no 8. They all like they had like a phase in INTP chat where people would call them based and would hear them talk about random things that nobody cares about. That's just what you have to do again. If you're B or lower, you need to speak more. Or if you're C or D, well, it's actually interesting. When you're in the B or in the neutral zone, you don't say anything. A and S, you say a lot of good things that indicate high attention to detail. C and D, you also say a lot of things, but they indicate low so attention to detail. But when you're far away from the middle, from B, that means you're more vocal about things. So, for example, in D, you're vocal about your trash attention to detail. C, you're also vocal, but a bit well, it's a bit less obvious for people to see. B is like you don't speak enough, you don't debate enough, discuss enough. A and S, you say a lot of nice things, and people would appreciate. Sorry, people would appreciate what you're saying and notice your high attention to details. Uh, Prada B, same reason, not as active, probably busy at school. Regular. Oh my god. Uh, I mean, if I put regular at A, I have no reason to put regular at S, right? Like it's weird. But I need to justify why it's not S. How do you? Okay, I need to be careful here because like if I don't say the right thing, you might ban me from the server. So I will say that regular is very handsome, and I'm not sure if that's relevant to attention to details, but like it might I'll just say it anyway. But as when it comes to attention to details, he's definitely at least A. There's no question about that. Whether it's S or A, hmm, hmm, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna be a meanie, and I don't want to be too much of a meanie, so I need to be careful with what I say. But regular, yeah, I'm manipulating everyone to thinking regular is a freaking trigger happy, uh, trigger happy authoritarian, like just shooting people on sight when he doesn't like them. Um, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, regular. Um, you could argue it's god tier for details because of like I noticed something about regular, which is like in roles channel. I noticed that like the order of roles in the roles channel at INTP chat, it's actually consistent with. I remember the order being INTP, INTJ, ENTP, ENTJ, where it's actually in order. When I say it's in order, is let me take a screenshot of it. Wait. How do I take a screenshot of it though? Okay, wait, let me explain it in detail. Wait, sorry guys, I'm gonna take a photo so I can explain my. Just take a second to appreciate Regular's beautiful attention to detail. Wait. Okay, so if you notice here, if you look at the list, first one is INTP, and then the next one is INTJ. So you might what's the pattern here? Well, he prioritizes INTP first, and then after INTP he goes for INTJ. So he seems to favor I, N, and T, and then he favors P the most compared to J. So obviously INTP would be the best. As for P and J, he doesn't care too much about whether you're P or J compared to I, N, and T. So the second ranked is INTJ. And after those things, he seems to care about N and T. So he values E second after I. So he values ENTPs next. So INTP, and then lower priority INTJ, and then ENTP, lower priority ENTJ. So the pattern is PJ, PJ, and then here it's I, E, E, because he values I more than E. And then proceeding, he goes for ISTP, which indicates that he cares more about N than S. So ISTP, ISTJ, ESTP, and then what was I forgot what I was talking about. You know what? Maybe I'm wrong because ENTJ is here, and there's another ENTJ. Maybe he sucks at attention. Okay, you know what? No, regular is gonna be A. Is gonna be a D now because what the hell is going on? Why are there two ENTJs? Is there like a different color for this, like ENTJ here and ENTJ? I don't know why it's a double, but like, what are you doing, regular? What? Why are there double ENTJ? That's weird. All right, regular's D now, guys. Can't put him at. He messed up the role. For some reason, there are two ENTJs. Yeah, I am reading chat right now, and he said he messed up. Yep. All right. I guess I was wrong. Like, but I think I was still right. Like INTP, INTJ, ENTP, ENTJ, ISTP, ISTJ, ESTP, ESTJ. Wait, so there's no ESTJ role in the server? Wait, I just discovered something for regular. Oh, God. You messed up. Yeah, I just discovered something. Regular, what have you done? Yeah, and because of he's actually like raging. Well, he's not raging, but he just realized that I discovered something. Um, because of that, regular is gonna be A because he messed up the roles channel. Nah, dude, he could definitely make an argument for regular being S, just like Allison. But uh, I guess lapses in judgment, like minor things as well. It's weird because I could immediately, like, I can imagine myself being an A as well, but because I have NPD, like I have to put myself in S. Uh, yeah, that was funny. I just discovered something in the Rolls channel. Like, good job, regular. You messed up. All right, let's move on, guys. This is getting okay. INTP chat. I'm not even gonna put it, dude. INTP concept. It's a group of people. It's not an individual. I don't know. Maybe you could generalize people there. Maybe most people are average because like no one speaks. On average, people don't really speak on VC. They don't express their opinions in text chat either. They just lurk. And what that means is you can't really I can't make them A or S. Most of the INTPs in INTP they just lurk or they just like they say something every 2 days and then they disappear and then they go back after another 2 days. Yeah. I'm not gonna put that though. I don't well, I don't know if I need to explain it. Another L profile photo. Jesus Christ, what's up with that? Sajad is the god of cherry picking. If you talk to him in ITP chat, he will cherry pick something, and then you won't even be surprised because like, well, maybe the first time you experience it, it'll be really annoying, but you'll get used to it, and you should be like, okay, this guy's he's an idiot. He doesn't actually know what he's talking about. He's gonna find a random article talking about how gay people or about being gay kills I don't know, like giraffe species or something. I don't know, like talk to the guy, you'll it's better if you experience it yourself. Uh he shares a lot he shares a lot of links to stupid links to pride. Like like one time he said SpongeBob is I forgot. There's too much gayness in SpongeBob, I think I remember in a conversation where Sejad said that the characters in SpongeBob are too gay. I know it's not SpongeBob. I think what he meant is too much representation of gayness in media, like over sexualization or something. I forgot, dude. I don't remember because it was all stupid. But he just you don't want to talk to Sejad unless you want to waste your time. He doesn't care about he. It's the definition of confirmation bias. Like he only wants to hear certain opinions, and if he hears something else, he's gonna completely reject it without being open to suggestion. Low key. So well, it's not as low key because everyone knows about this. Maybe if you've been unlucky enough to talk to him. Uh, yeah. Let's move on. What's his name? Shad. B because when you talk to Shad, it's nice. It feels good. Like he talks about like cosmic nihilism. No, that's not what he's talking about. He talks about having sex with women and like 99% of the time, if you talk to Chad, he's gonna talk about the time he cheated on his girlfriend or like had sex with his girl at school or something. And I'm not sure how that's related to attention to detail. I guess I think he reads well, when I talk to Shad, it's his conversations aren't smooth. Like there are a lot of tendencies to what's the word? Jump leaps in logic, blah blah blah, and then he also has the potential to say something really really smart that will kind of kind of gets balanced out, makes him middle. So a lot of the B people are like that. They're like they always have their good moments and they have their bad moments. So it cancels out and they get put at average. Woo! Sanpa, Sanpa A. With Sanpa, I mean the ADHD dude. It's weird because like dopamine has ADHD, I think, and then Sanpa's ADD, I think. I forgot, dude. This is low attention detail. I don't even remember what if they have ADHD or ADD. But the point is, with Sanpa, like, um, talk to him in like Discord VC, sometimes you would get the vibe not paying attention, and a lot of it's weird that dopamine is an S because she has ADHD. I think that's actually interesting for me. But when I talk to Sanpa, there are times where he just like doesn't pay attention to what you're talking about because attention problems. So who the frick joined Allison? So attention problems definitely a Sanpa thing, but he can be when you're when he is paying attention though. Good luck. You're actually gonna you can't beat Sanpa if he's paying attention. Also, language. When Sanpa speaks, his language he can be quite suboptimal with the way he speaks and uses words. We call it LFE language, FE. So he has a high potential to mislead people with the way he speaks because of careless language use. So that's for Sanpa. Can't put him at S because yeah, unintentional misdirection with language, blah 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 blah. Also, he's Australian, so that's a way to roast him. Australians are disgusting, vile creatures. Let's proceed. Vinny? I feel like saving Vinny for last, but I guess I can't. Vinny is S. I've talked about this before when I talked about making this video a long time ago. Vinny's probably the highest attention detail in the whole server. Well, is he better than me? Let me think. Hmm. Okay, the thing with Vinny is like he actually has the patience to. Vinny has the patience to just read. I don't know how he does it, but like yes, he's patient when it comes to details. Also, Allison, I discovered something. Allison, if you go to my stream, oh shoot, I don't have it. If you go to my stream, Allison, I will show because Allison just joined VC. Uh, it says ENTJ, double ENTJ. So I was using this, yeah, regular messed up. So you just wanna, uh, what was I talking about a while ago? Yeah, he needs to make every roll again. Oh no, regular. That's what you get, regular. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. So Vinny, his attention to detail is bravo. Like, if you need a role model, if you need like, if you need someone to emulate, you should go for Vinny. Uh, well, I have NPD, so I have to say I'm better than him. But like, if I'm not counted, like I don't actually know. I guess I consider him better than me even potentially because like uh I don't care about I just get bored easily and I think this is unlike Vinny who even if something's boring like he just treats the information the same way he treats any piece of information. I don't like I hate reading boring readings but I think Vinny's can actually do that. Attention to details, bravo. Very objective. Why am I always sucking his dick in every INTP chat tier list? I remember the one before this. I was also complimenting him too much. It's just weird. It just works. Like this guy might actually have. I might have to make a new role called S plus. I don't know, but it's um for now. I don't know if I'm better than Vinny or if he's better than me. But seriously, just have a conversation with him and you know what? I actually will think I'm better than him because there was a time I was debating about whether Allison is aggressive, and Vinny was actually like siding with Allison without fully understanding what I was talking about, which is like low attention detail. You know, never mind. I'm better than everyone. I've rationalized everything, and now I'm the best. So Vinny's only like slightly like 1% below me. Um, um, So what was I talking about? For all the Vinny Sims in chat right now in Discord chat, you should die. I don't think you should watch this video. I think you don't deserve to live because clearly there's something wrong with your processing. Like you're not paying enough attention to details if you think Vinny's better than me. It is gonna be in my video. That's why I'm telling all of you to die. You want to hear yours? I already did it a while ago. So wait, I'm actually gonna do something right now. So if you guys have been wondering why I'm speaking in the background, like getting sidetracked 24/7, the reason, my dear YouTube viewers, is I'm on Discord, and you can see all of them right here, the beautiful faces of Discord users. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of people right now. What the frick, dude? Um, I was actually supposed to do impressions on everyone. I just said Allison is doing band practice 24/7, and I forgot what I said. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Let us proceed. What? Okay, I'm gonna get out of Discord. Wait, let me go back to Chrome. Shoot. Shoot. Where the frick is Chrome, dude? Chrome is not even here. Where's Chrome, dude? Dude, I don't see Chrome. This is actually disgusting. Well, I have to go back to Chrome. Bye. Um, Zalgo. Well, B. Don't talk to him that much. He seems very chill though. I like Zalgo. Um, sorry, Zalgo. You're just too busy in real life, having a life, so I can't say much about you. Zap. Zap is a freaking Bustinius fanboy, and if you're a Bustinius fanboy, automatically cannot put you at A. So B's fine. He's average. What was it? Garfield Zap has his smart moments, also has his dumb moments, so it cancels out average B. It's fair. He has a Garfield photo. Pretty pug. All right, last person. This is the most anticlimactic entry. Zimbabwe. Why the frick is Zimbabwe the last one? Martin, I have no idea. Zimbabwe. The Yeah, I think that's fair. And there you go. We have the freaking thing. We're done. How long is the video, Martin? D? Wait, people are saying D. Oh shoot! You guys think Zimbabwe is D? Okay, do you guys think Zimbabwe is high key trash? You don't think she's low key trash? Well, I could put her at D so that everyone has at least 3 entries in every category in every tier. You think she's D? Okay, I'll put her at D. I guess, yeah, it makes sense. You just can't have a. She almost acts like an ESFP in conversations. Maybe ESFJ. Pretty annoying. High key trash. I mean, people are all saying. A lot of people here are saying yes. So I have to. I'm forced by the social opinion to call her high key trash. Even Wicco. Wait, do you guys? I guess Wicco's not really popular for not paying attention. It's more like you can't even talk to Wicco, so you can't have a decent conversation with Wicco. I think I'm pretty satisfied with this. Honestly, this is a really good list. I'm really satisfied with how this went. Um, attention decent ranking, more like user band most ranking. You could argue that's a possibility, but no. Where the frick is the period? There we go. You guys want to say bye? You guys want to say there's no way Judah's Lord? And what do you mean, dude? Every way in every universe, Judah is lower. Okay, guys, you wanna say goodbye? I bet Chico is just salty that I put him in freaking B or something. It's okay. Yeah, I don't know. Y'all saying goodbye. Martin, you can. What's the final word before we end the video? Oh, well, let's just say guys, chicken. Final word, chicken. Yeah, everyone say chicken. Say chicken. Chicken. Bye bye. Okay, you can end the stream, Martin. I don't care.